This is the story of the fight for freedom. In the years before slavery, Africa was a very civilized place. In Africa, in the years before the slave trade began, we lived a life of freedom, planting, harvesting crops, fetching water. Ooh, it's very wobbly. Hunting animals. And feasting. The slave trade was circular. Goods, chains and fabrics were taken from England to Africa. Where they were exchanged for enslaved Africans. In the Americas and Caribbean, slaves were sold to plantation owners, and sugarcane, cotton and tobacco were shipped back to England.
Slavers capture free African people and take them to giant forts on the coast where they are kept in dungeons.
Let me go, please, let me go.
It was very scary in the dark. We enslaved Africans were taken across the Atlantic to work on plantations growing sugarcane, tobacco and cotton.
The slaves were shackled together and packed tightly into the ship's hold. This was cruel and inhumane. The cramped living conditions caused the spread of disease.
Sometimes enslaved Africans revolted on the ships.
Sometimes enslaved Africans would jump overboard and commit suicide rather than live a life of slavery. Many Africans believed that in death there was also a return home to Africa.
When the slaves arrived in the Caribbean, they were auctioned to the highest bidder, usually a plantation owner. "What am I bid for this slave?" "I will give you 5 guineas, sir." Life on the plantation was hard.
Slave owners thought slaves were lazy, but actually they were fighting for their freedom by non-cooperation, pretending not to hear or understand instructions.
Sometimes enslaved Africans committed acts of petty theft and sabotage.
Sometimes enslaved Africans would resort to more open or violent means of resistance.
It was not unusual for slaves to absent themselves from enslavement for a few hours or a few days. "My name is William Wilberforce. I am here to set you free." "My name is William Wilberforce. I am here to set you free."
You can't chain our hearts and minds. We will always fight to be free. We are African and proud. You can't chain our hearts and minds. We will always fight to be free. We are African and proud.
These chains of slavery are broken. Now I am free.
These chains of slavery are broken. Now I am free.
In my heart, I am free.
We fight for freedom.
In my heart, I am free. I will soon be free. Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!
Freedom!
Freedom!
Listen, yeah. You can chain a man's hands, you can chain a man's feet. Tell me how the hell you can chain his heartbeat. Sounds of the African drums in my ear. Bada bing, bada boom, that's all I hear. Ancestors whispering. As we packed in the slave ships on our way here. As the ship sail, I can hear ribs cracking. Pride overcomes pain, we start chanting. Our hearts pumping, our feet stomping. Rather die free, some of us started jumping into the ocean. Overseas, they sold us in oceans. From the deport into plantations. We worked hard, with no reward. Our culture, that's all we had. We told stories to keep the glory. We sang songs that took us back to where we belong. We stayed strong to the abolition. William Wilberforce had a vision, and this vision was our freedom. F-R-E-E-D-O to the M, that's what we fight for. F-R-E-E-D-O to the M, that's what we fight for. F-R-E-E-D-O to the M, that's what the fight's for.
We got a body went to my head. 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 We got a body went to my head.